What does Black History Month in Bristol mean to you?
Growing up, I didn't really know much about Black History Month. It wasn't really a thing, especially in my household. So for me, Black History Month in Bristol has been 3 years of consecutive established, run history.
Does it not possibly challenge or even reinforce, the othering of black people in the sense of from a white supremacist point of view? So if you have 1 month of Black history, then what are the other 11 months of the year? What does that mean symbolically? From a black perspective, symbolically again, you think, is it about empowerment? Is it about education? Is it, so what does it bring symbolically to different people who try and use the construct?
I think Black History Month is a celebration. I feel like there's kind of been a bit too much time in kind of Black History Month being just revisiting the history and not celebrating things that are happening now.
An antidote to Eurocentrism, an antidote to kind of the whitewashing and the kind of racist obscuring of the black past.
I literally got asked once by a person going to Bristol Uni, oh, why are there black people in the Caribbean? Because I'm from London, so I was like, oh, there's only really black people in London. But then come to Bristol, hearing about its struggle, its race struggle in the past, and what they're doing, and stuff like St. Paul's Carnival, and the communities like Easton and St. Paul's taught me that, British Black history is more complicated than I thought it was personally.
Bristol does have a sizable amount of black people, I guess, compared to other kind of Russell Group universities. There's not lots in all of them, but there is a handful. But I think it's an opportunity to put those students in the forefront. So events run by us.
The ivory walls of the university should be eroded, and University of Bristol should be a place where blackness is accepted and embraced. So I would like the University Black History Month to kind of be involved in St. Paul's and Easton and kind of engage with the city's black population.
Slavery has funded so many different institutions, the Tate Modern, King's University, Bristol University, of course. And I feel like that gives an added obligation to do Black history justice and to do it well, to understand that it's something that's meant to empower black people with a knowledge of their history. Sometimes I don't think that's always done to what my expectations are, but that doesn't necessarily mean that somebody else isn't looking at that and feeling wow, this is something that really empowers me.
If black people are able to use the construct to bring attention, which is a form of currency, and then convert that into a tangible resource, then you have to say that's one of the benefits from the construct.
I mean, I don't really personally have any expectations. I just think it's more important to get the information out there, to educate people, to get them talking about black history in general, because it's just something that a lot of people don't know about. Even black people themselves don't know a lot about black history.
I have expectations, high ones, and I don't feel as if they're being met. I think the past should be critically engaged with. You have to strike the balance of celebration as well as the critical engagement with the past. It can't just be, Rosa Parks, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. It has to be some kind of nuanced engagement.
There are a lot of events, there's BME networks that kind of push that forward, it's things that are kind of told to people. So I think that's something that the university does do. I think it shouldn't be limited to only Black History Month though. I think it's something that could continue out throughout the year.
I think having stuff like pub quizzes really doesn't do what we're trying to do. What we are trying to do is trying to embrace the black past, negate and navigate around the white supremacist telling of history, which is devoid of blackness and sees black people only as passive victims.
I'd expect black people in Bristol to find ways to use this construct to an economic advantage. I think that's going to be more important than any kind of symbolic value it does or doesn't have.
When you go out into the wider community, you'll find people who have spent their whole lives embracing it, from ages that were much younger than me, being 18 when I first actually started engaging with Black history properly. And I think that's a beautiful thing to see.
Can we do that again?